Here we are at the beautiful Lauren Rogers Museum of Art for a brief and simple, approachable yoga practice. I might suggest watching one of the videos of the museum before the yoga practice, because the observation skills that we have and cultivate in observing art are the exact match to the observation skills that we create and try and cultivate in the practice of yoga. We are watching the body, we watch the breath, and the skill of observation is one without likes, dislikes, without judgment, just taking in things as they are. Color, line, shape, texture, just like you would watch a piece of art. Watch your breath and watch your body. And with that, sit comfortably. I like to get a blanket and fold it to about 3 inches or so to sit on, to help my hips and my spine and my body feel more at ease. And sit tall. Palms down helps begin to create the sense of calm. And you can leave your eyes open if you like, with a soft gaze out in front, or close eyes. Let the spine lift with ease and begin watching the breath. Begin counting the breath to a count of 6 on the inhale. Take a short pause and exhale to the count of 6. Let your eyes blink a little open. Come to the awareness of where your body is in space on your mat. And on the inhale, let's take arms out and up. And exhale, arms back down. Inhale. And on the exhale, right arm down, left arm reaches up in a simple side bend. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, let's do that one more time. Exhale. Maybe you'll want to push the ground away, really feel the bowing of the left rib cage. You can look up, down, inhale, up. Exhale, side bend. And reach. Inhale, reach up. This time, right arm behind the back, left arm crosses. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist to the right. Take your gaze behind the right shoulder, but not forcing. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale to your left. And unwind to the front. Let's take a big arm circle, reaching up, kind of back stroke to the back. And then set your hands on your mat. I'm turning to face the front of my mat. And just make a tabletop position on hands and knees. Hands shoulder width distance apart. Tuck the toes and let the spine arch and sink towards the mat. Inhale, scoop up and lift. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, draw the belly, and then the chin drops in, round to a cat back. Inhale, strong straight arms. We're taking cat-cow poses, just warming up the spine in 2 directions of flexion and extension. Take one more. Inhale, soft belly. Exhale, draw up, round and stretch. And then hips back towards the heels, lift the hips up to an upside down V and downward facing dog. Strong straight arms, press to the bottom of the fingertips. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale here, exhale, bend the left knee, press the right heel towards the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhale, stretch the left heel towards the floor. And at your own pace, not too fast, you can pedal your feet. Let your hips get into the action, stretching, little twists. And then pause, come to stillness. Recruit those observation, mental notes. One more breath, smooth and even. And then walk your hands backwards to your feet, and the feet are about a hip distance apart. Four corners evenly pressing to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Knees can bend as much as you need. And then hands to the hips, roll the shoulders back and hinge. Flat back. Rise all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to your side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Full body reach as you energize the thighs and legs. Exhale, hands to your side in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep out, reach up, palms together. Exhale, draw your hands into your center and then continue to fold back in. Walk the hands back towards the front of your mat. Make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward to a plank position. Press into your hands as if you're going to draw the mat apart. Feel your shoulders engage onto your back. Inhale, back to downward facing dog. As much bend as you need in the knees. Exhale, shift back, strong plank position. Let the belly muscles be lifting up. Inhale, back to down dog. One more time. Exhale, shift to plank. And then knees bend in a knee plank. And lower your chest and belly all the way down. Stretch the legs strong and straight. Inhale, lift for a little back bend and cobra. And exhale, lower to the mat. Tuck the toes, draw the belly in strong, and inhale, push up and back to downward facing dog. Smooth and even breaths. We'll take two more. Making little refinements and adjustments to lift, strengthen, and stretch. And then step your right foot, just a footprint ahead, then the left. Just mindful little steps all the way to the front of the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms out, reach up. Palms pressed together, draw into your center. Then turn and face the long side of your mat and take a giant step wide. Toes draw in so that they're parallel to one another. Let the thighs be active, like you're lifting kneecaps up. Fill the breath through the back of the rib cage and let the pelvis feel like it's tilting slightly forward while lift of the sitting bones. Ground down through four corners of the feet. Now pivot on the right heel, turning your toes to the front of the mat. Your knee and thigh will face up and take a bend in the knee. Out towards the middle toes and arms stretch out from the shoulders, palms down. Take your gaze past the right fingertips.
Feel the elbows stretch away from one another as you firm through your feet, lift through the spine. Inhale here, exhale. Draw the knee towards straight, not locked, just active thigh muscles. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, lift and draw it in and up. Inhale, back to warrior two. Feel the relationship of your right fingertips and the left foot. The whole body is connected. Now left arm drops down to the back thigh, right palm opens, reach up, side bend left for reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Gaze can go down or up. Then draw the right knee up and in towards straight. Inhale, reach up, both arms stretch back out and turn the right toes in. Tall spine, strong legs. Exhale, fold forward. Firm through the four corners of the feet and draw the legs up like you were drawing the thigh bones up to the hips. Active legs help release the spine and the upper torso. If your hands can walk back to this invisible line between your feet, press either fingertips or palms, and again, it helps release the spine towards the ground. And hands to the hips, hinge to rise all the way up. Exhale, pause here. Pivot on the left heel. Turn the toes to the other side of the mat and bend the knee out. If you look down, you should see the inside of your foot. Arms lift and stretch out from the shoulders and turn the head in the direction of the left fingertips. You can take a small bend to lessen the intensity, or bend the knee towards 90 degrees to increase the intensity of the pose. Inhale, draw the leg towards straight and lift the spine. Exhale, bend back, warrior two. Inhale, lift and lengthen up. Exhale, firm the feet, ground, and connect to the earth. Inhale, rise up. And back, warrior two. Right hand lowers, left arm reaches up, side bend to reverse to your peaceful warrior. Inhale, come on back up, stretch the left knee to straight, and turn the left toes in. Turn the heels in slightly so the toes are angled out. Then take a deep knee bend with toes out towards the middle toes. Hands can rest just above the knees on the thighs in horse pose or temple pose. Just letting the hips stretch nice and open as if your tailbone had a plum weight on it. Stretching the hips down low and open, spine nice and tall. For more strength and stamina, you can lift arms to goalposts, palms out, firm through the feet. And take hands back to the thighs, hinge slightly forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, press to your right hand, twist your chest towards the left inner thigh. Inhale, lift to center, and exhale, twist right. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist left. Nice inner thigh, groin stretch. Inhale, center, exhale, twist right. And come back to center. Tall stance, heel toe your feet together. And stand with feet very close if not toes touching. Let's shift weight to the left foot and bend the right knee slightly. Open the hips up with that knee out to the side. So we're using hip muscles gathering into the midline as we root down through the standing foot. You can stay here for a balancing tree pose or lift the foot to the calf below the knee or all the way up. It's okay if you wobble, no big deal, it's just a pose. Your choice with hands, hips, prayer hands, and even stretch your limbs towards the sky. Tall through the spine, open through the collarbones. And then release the foot, place it back to the mat and shift your weight, right foot. Left knee bends, the heel can rest on the inner ankle. Pause here. Find your spot, balance, use your gaze. In yoga, it's called the drishti. Where your focus goes, your energy goes. Try and repeat the placement of the lifted foot that you did on the first side on this second side. Keep the hips level. Like I said, if you wobble, no big deal. Take a breath, release the pose, and come to stand. Mountain pose, hands by your side. Let's step to the front of the mat and take the arms out and up, reach up. Exhale as you open and fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold in, step back to plank position. Let the knees bend and make your way back to all fours. Ribs lift, belly lifts, neutral spine. So we're not arching or rounding, just nice and neutral. Right arm stretches out to the side, press to the left hand. Reach and open up. Exhale, thread the right fingers through and lower the right shoulder, right side of the head to the mat. So hips try and stay even here. The twist is in the mid-back and up. Press to the left hand to help you rise up, back to all fours. Press to the right hand, reach out and up. And exhale, thread through, sitting bones back, and then lower down. Smooth and even breaths. And twist. Rise back up. Cross the ankles and make your way to sitting. I'm going to turn and face back to the front. If you want to sit on your left, you can. We're going to take knees together, feet together, tall spine, and let the knees open out wide. Bound ankle pose. So hands can come behind the legs to the outer hips to help press, bring more ease into the hips and spine. Or you can hold the feet, hold the ankles. If the feet are actively pressing together, it helps engage and open the hips. If your hips and back allow, you can hinge slightly forward, not reaching and rounding so much here as a scoop up and a hinge. And come up and we'll stretch the legs nice and wide. Thighs, knees, and toes face straight up. And this really might be a good time. I like to sit like on the corner of the left. That way your cushion doesn't get in the way of your thighs. Draw the thighs in towards your hips. Right hand, Either inside, outside, the right leg. Left arm reaches up and side bend right. Keep the toes a little active here. Thighs drawing the kneecaps up. Inhale, center, and exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale, rise up. Hands under the thighs and help them draw up and in together. And then lower yourself onto your back. Let's hug the knees in. Letting the low back and glutes stretch out. And then place your feet flat on the mat, heels close to the sitting bones, arms straight by your side. Give a little lift to the chest, kind of shimmy the back of the upper arms under your shoulders. This opens and lifts the chest to begin a slight little back bend. Press to your feet, knees and feet hip distance apart, and then press to lift hips, bridge pose, chest lifts, and the chin and neck stay neutral and soft. You can interlace fingers under the back, or you can use marching soldier arms and press through the back of the arms, help lift the chest and hips. Bridge pose is a little bit of an inversion, upside down, very good for our brains, our perspective. Just watching. And exhale. Let the hips lower. And release arms and chest to the mat. Just pause here and feel. And hug the knees back into the chest. Little release again. Now place the feet briefly on the mat. Pick up the hips barely and scoot them over to the right. And then knees, feet together, knees at 90 degrees. Arms stretch out wide and lower down to the left. So we scooted the hips slightly to the right. So now the spine will be nice and aligned. You can roll the head to the right if there's no strain in the shoulders or neck. Let this right hip drop down. As you draw the right rib cage towards this right side of your mat. Inhale, back to center. Straighten the hips up and lift them over to the left just a bit. And exhale, lower to the right. If you like, this left hand can come and anchor down on the outer thigh. And the higher the knees are to your chest, that's a more intense stretch. If you need to open it up and lessen the degree of intensity in the twist, just listen to your body and do what it needs. That's where the connections of yoga begin to grow. Knees back to center. Hug them back into the chest. Little tiny rock side to side. And then place your feet back on the mat. Consciously, mindfully. Feet nice and wide. Let your knees drop in and touch. It's a very nice release for the low back and hips. Just pause. For another moment or two of observation. Watching the breath. And then for the final pose, we stretch legs out, feet towards the corners of the mat, arms stretched long with palms open. If you like, a folded blanket or a cushion under the knees may be more comfortable. The final pose in a yoga class is Shavasana or corpse pose, where we completely release and let go. Noticing the parts of the body that are touching the firm support of the earth underneath you. And at the same time, notice the lightness of the air touching your skin. Let your tongue relax in the bottom jaw. Lips lightly touch. Teeth part. And you can lie here as long as you like. When you decide to come out, begin slight little movements, just to toes and fingers, maybe wrists and ankles. Mindfully bend one knee at a time, placing the feet back on the mat. Then roll to your side. Pause here for a breath or two. And when you're ready, you can press yourself back up to your comfortable, easy seat. Palms joined together at your heart center. Thank you for joining us. You're at the